What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, it seems that Spider-Man 2, Insomniac, the leak, whatever. We're not talking about the leak, but we are talking about the leak because we're talking about information from the leak. Anyway, the leak has borne more fruit. Whatever. In the form of the actual amount it costs for Spider-Man 2 to be made, which is $300 million. They went over budget by 40 million, 30 million, it doesn't, 30 million. Anyway, so in order to recoup their money, they need to sell 7.2 million units at full price, which means no bundles. I guess I would say that's the $70 price because they're getting actually more money for the $70, I believe, the $70 unit than the actual bundles. Are they taking a loss on the bundle? No, they're not taking a loss on the bundles, but I think they're making more anyway. And they haven't sold that. Well, as of November 12th, they didn't sell that. They sold 6 something. You know, they'll probably make it. I don't think they won't make that. So they'll break even. But that's not the goal, is to break even. That was Jim Ryan's whole kind of initiative, was to make these games as the gas games so they can make all that gas money. But it didn't work out because the whole culture over at PlayStation, since the inception of PlayStation, has been to make these cinematic walkie-talkie, blackagaki games, right? And while they're cool, while it's good to have that, that in your holster, in your portfolio, that can't be the only thing that you're focused on. And the problem with PlayStation, with Sony, is that that's all they focused on. Because that's all people like, oh, that's all. And you look at all the games, they're all the same. And now they're like, oh, maybe we should do multiplayer games. They've been in the business for how long? There was 94, 95, almost 30 years. And they just figuring out, oh, we should make multiplayer games? Man, look. And the whole Naughty Dog thing. That whole thing they wrote, oh, we have to make a choice. Do we want to do this, or we want to dedicate, and then we won't make any single player? That's a bunch of BS. They knew. If they didn't know, then they are not a good studio. Or whoever was running it, not a good studio. Because you have to, there are people in place in these studios who say, yeah, that's a bad idea, we're not gonna make no money. Somebody's there to say that. Like, we need to make money. How are we gonna make money? They're making a games as service game, basically. How you think they make money? And they're sitting there like, I don't know, we're just making a game. Shoot. Sony used to be a place where, the creatives would come out and you could create a game, and everybody loved them because Sony gave the developers creative freedom to create the creations, right? That's not the case anymore. Jim Ryan shined the spotlight on the flaws of the Sony PlayStation mentality when it comes to making games. And they're a one-trick pony. I mean, I don't like saying it that way, but it's true. They're a one-trick pony. They got no other skills other than walking simulator. And they spent, what did they say, $40 million on the cinematics alone on Spider-Man 2. On the cinematics alone, $40 million. You could have actually made an actual movie with actual people in it for that money. It would have been an indie, but still, you could have done that. But nah, Sony's like, yeah, they should have just made that as an animated, Spider-Man the game, the movie. Does that make sense? Yeah. Marvel's Spider-Man the game, the movie, right? And they just put all the cutscenes in. There you go. And then that 40 million maybe recoup some. Maybe they will do that. They'll double down. They'll take a little bit of, put that in the theaters, see how many sales they can get. That would be interesting. Would it be interesting? I don't think it would be interesting, but it might happen. Who knows? who knows? But yeah, so Sony is a clown show right now. You know, they got, I mean, PlayStation in particular, not just Sony, but it's like, I'm looking at spending all this money, and Sean Layden said it. He said, yo, we can't do this. We can't sustain it. And so now, Sony's plan is to take one game, cut it in half, and charge you $100. It's like every idea that Sony is coming up with, they're bad ideas, and they're only there to take advantage of the consumer, of you guys who want to give them money. Don't give them any more money. Stop giving them money, because I don't care how good your game is. If your practices are garbage, you're gonna go the Stadia route. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I got to go. This is a super short one. Hit me up in the comments below. What do you think about this? The whole budgets on these PlayStation games. I know I talked about them a little bit before, but I didn't know the specifics about Spider-Man 2 and how they haven't really made a profit yet. So, you know, once they clear 8 million, I think they'll probably start bragging about it or whatever. I mean, 10, of course, but so we'll see if it does do that. Who knows? And then, I mean, the numbers was a little addition. The numbers of as far as people paying for games like Spider-Man 2, I think it was like 48% or something, or maybe 52% of gamers who play Spider-Man 2 actually paid for it, and then 40 whatever percent like borrowed it or whatever, or played on somebody else's account, and then another 2% got it for free somehow, whatever. I'm like, so if you have to sell 7.2 million units, are they taking into account the 52% that actually pay for it? Or, you know what I'm saying? But actually the 52% would be the 7 point. That's why their numbers are so low, because half of the people who are playing it are only paying for it, and the other half are just getting it for free somehow. No, man, Sony is so down bad. No, there's no news that's good news. What are you gonna do, ponies? Porter Rock, what are you gonna do? What you gonna spend today, Porter Rock? Cause yeah, you got nothing. You got nothing. J-Dub, y'all been quiet? Y'all been talking about something else. Like, oh, third party, Xbox going third party. Sony's going third party. You see the slide with the thing? Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. This is my demo. Like and subscribe. We almost there. No, we're still at 69. I need 69 more subs to get to 500. We'll see. We'll see how that happens. No rush. Not really. But yeah. And I'm gonna owe you guys 2 songs, but that's all good, because I'm formulating them in my mind, and definitely gonna come out in the first quarter of next year. I'll do it like a video game release. In the first quarter, it's gonna be 2 new songs. I'm gonna try to do a song a quarter, kind of like Xbox. Anyway, preach, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Till the way.